the gobster, thoughts of a Brummian flow. You could be anywhere else right now, but you chose this show, yeah. Kick back, grab your brew, drop your name in the chat. We're just talking what's true, little laughs, little facts. Welcome to the Gobster live stream. Glad you took a bit of time, part of the team. Please enjoy the chat, let it all unwind. Hit like, share, and subscribe if you're feeling the vibe. Welcome to the Gobster live stream. Brummy brain on the screen, chasing a dream. Please enjoy the chat, let the good times ride. Hit like, share, and subscribe. Stay along for the ride. From the heart of the Midlands straight to your phone. You're flat, every accent and angle, every story in the chat. So if you're lurking in silence or type in line after line, you're the reason this runs, you're the ones on my mind. Welcome to the Gobster live stream. Glad you took a bit of time, part of a team. Please enjoy the chat, let it all unwind. Hit like, share, and subscribe if you're feeling the vibe. Hey, welcome to the Gobster live stream. Brummy brain on the screen, chasing a dream. Please enjoy the chat, let the good times ride. Hit like, share, and subscribe. Stay along for the ride.
Well, you're right, are you? How you diddling? I hope you're all well. Hope everything's okay with you and yours. And welcome to another Gobster live stream. And I see ya. Lots of things. Have I not had a problem again? Oh, you like the video I was playing Solitary? Yeah. Hello, Matt. Yeah, just to give you a rough idea, I've got a new editing software, and every now and again, it just decides not to put the sound on, which I think is really useful. So now I've had to get into the habit of checking everything. Excuse me. And believe it or not, the outro, which you'll hear at the end, did exactly the same thing. It just took the sound off. So apologies for that Silent Movies one, which it was a bit like that. However, you go. So there is a lot of you in the chat. Currently, we got 41 people watching. Thank you very, very, very much. Well, probably a bit more, but you never really know with X because you never get an exact figure. Because unless you're subscribed to X and you got your little blue tick, if you're watching it, you ain't got your blue tick, it don't count you. Because there you go. Madness, absolute madness. So let's have a look what we got. So let's go right to the top. Where I will at the top I can. So hello, Herman the Tosser. Welcome. Hello, Dante. Welcome. Hello, Matthew. I've already said hello to you already. Hello, Marty Knox. How you doing? You've been watching Peaky Blinders recently. Yes, it's a brilliant show. A brilliant show. It's a shame the Brummy isn't like that anymore, sadly. Some of us are, in any case. Who else we've got in that chat? Let's keep scrolling down. Hello, Michael Hancock. Welcome. Good evening. Thank you very much for spending your time with me. Hello, Paul. First time I've caught the Gobster live. Welcome, Paul. Welcome to the first one. Let's hope we don't disappoint, which is distinctly possible. Who else we got else? Hello, Doka. Welcome. Hello, Mark Wells. Evening. Let's just go through. You and company, there was a nice pint of beer there. Thank you very much and welcome. By the way, the coffee's still here. It's not a cold. It's got down to it's a bit of a chest infection. It is what it is. Hello, Tony. Welcome. Hello, I'm a slave. Welcome, welcome. Right. Hello, Tic Tac. How you doing? Oi, oi. Got me peeps. Oi, oi, mate. How you doing? Very noisy Liverpool today. Chinese New Year celebrations going, and my wife is very happy right now. I can imagine. And Happy New Year to all those Chinese people watching. Unless it's the Chinese Secret Service. Yeah. But in any case. Hiya, Cuban Pete. It goes really well. I hope everything's okay with you as well. So, wow, what a week this has been. Has it not been an interesting week in the world of politics? So, I've got a couple of videos that will be coming out, one tomorrow and one on Monday, which I recorded today. Could be a furball, just go, yeah, but it could be a furball. Anything's possible. Anything's possible. So, well, has anyone seen? Yeah, little Kitty messaged me. So, yeah, as far as I'm aware, she's okay. She may come on, she may not. I mean, she may or may not get the notification because we all know what YouTube's like recently. Yes, very patchy when it comes to notifications. The only thing I actually said, he asked immigrants to leave and not tell them. Yes and no. Basically, if you read the thing, they will be asked to leave, and if they won't leave, they will be made to leave. So, yeah, he said that at a later thing. Ah, not seen anything for a week or so. Just thinking about it today. Well, hopefully she's fine. I'll drop her an email if anyone can drop her an email. That would be nice because for those of you who know, Little Kitty's one of our regulars, and just like to make sure that she's okay. I mean, she might just be having an exciting night, a good week. Perhaps she just fell off a chair, getting excited about what's happening in the country right now. So let's get to it, shall we? So I joined Restore last week. Is it going to make any difference? Hello, Galloway Raider. Welcome. That will be down to people joining. And it will be down to the momentum that it will gain. I mean, so far, 80,000 members. So, yes, things are going in the right direction. Evening, Archie Colin. Welcome. How you doing? You okay, my friend? Nice to see you in the chat. It has garnered over 80,000. Excuse me. As I said, it's a chest infection now, so I have to put up with that. Shutting down notifications for one sub enhancing others. Yeah, well, that's it. It always is, TikTok. It's especially now, but there are other things that have happened in YouTube that have made it difficult for everybody, to be brutally honest. So, over 80,000 members so far. It's easily going to break 100,000. It's off to a cracking start. And I think the most important thing to mention about this off to a great start is a lot of people who've joined have never been part of a political party before, and have also said that they've not voted for a long time. And these are the voters that any new organisation needs to get hold of. Yes, Matthew. Hello. I would just like to point out we are the sovereign people, are the employers, and the MPs are the employees. So we've got to remind them of that. Absolutely 100% correct. And I think that Restore Britain is going to remind them of that. As long as no former MPs join, they're the ones who got us in this shit. I completely agree, which is why Rupert made it quite obvious that he wanted people who weren't politicians. Although there will be people from other political parties who come in, but they'll be sort of new blood, like Katie Lamb is one of them, and a few others. But he made a very specific point. Yes, Restore are an actual party. It was confirmed yesterday. They are now on the electoral roll and the register. They are now officially a new party. So yes, they are an actual party as of now, basically. Well, as of yesterday, really. But yes, so it's all above board and in the books. We've got enough members. We've got this, that, the other. We're all right. They're ready to set to go. As you can see, I'm already on board. I listened to that speech on Friday. I've made it blatantly obvious that up until now, I've really been, if people have pushed me for an answer, I've had said maybe UKIP. It was never going to be Reform. But now I have a party that speaks for me. And now I have a party that speaks for me, and I don't have to hold my nose when I go to vote. That makes me very, very, very happy. Also, there are a lot of disillusioned people out there trying to bring. Yep, absolutely right. This is one of the things. The biggest thing that we could do right now is to bring people back into politics, to make people interested in politics again. The biggest downfall of the last election was the huge amount of people who just didn't go out and vote because they didn't see anyone who they could see resonated with their beliefs. Now maybe that option is there. And I'm going to make a law which is quite easily done and makes any campaign pledges, promises legal, lawful, and acceptable. Yeah, absolutely. That's how it should be. It should be like that. It should have always been like that. Yep, the biggest one, that's exactly what we've got to do. We've got to motivate people to get off their asses and vote. I mean, if you think that if all the people who didn't vote in the last election, just them alone, voted for Restore, we'd get 60% of the vote. It just shows you. Yeah, that's also possible, mate. There are some, shall we say, interesting people with hygiene issues. Usually green voters. That's probably upset someone. I felt political homeless all my days. I think that's changing. I absolutely agree. I haven't been able to find anyone who would be prepared to say and hold the belief system that I hold, and now I do. For my sins, it used to be you can to destroy yourself inside out, and then I lost interest. And who destroyed that? Indeed, Galloway Rider. Indeed. I should be wearing that particular top golf. So I was just watching stream review. Starfleet Special Needs Academy. Archer Colin. Starfleet Special Needs Academy. He shows that literally everything that's wrong with sci-fi right at this moment in time. Although, of course, if you go and see Mark Paplier's new movie, that's stunning, absolutely stunning. But yeah, easy. I would imagine they're going to break 100K by the end of this coming week. They already have more members than the Liberal Democrats, so that's absolutely amazing. It's possible, slight change, a couple of words. Business law, yep, absolutely right. Hello, Craig. How are you doing, my friend? I hope how's things with you and your family. I hope everything's going well. It's all good here. Thank you very much for asking, and you're always in my prayers, sir. Always in my prayers. So, if I hope everything's going okay your end. Yes, it's but it's the NCC 1701, not bloody A, B, C, or D, or E, or F, or G. I think we're up to now. Yeah. The last election left a nationwide. Yeah, but this is what happened with the last election. Hello, Mark. In any case, welcome. Many people felt that they needed to vote Labour to get rid of the Conservatives, and it was the only logical thing to do. I wonder how proud you are of yourselves right now. I'm still a member of Heritage Party, but they seem to have gone quiet, sadly. Perhaps they're biding their time and just waiting to see how things pan out. Because remember, this is a big thing. This is a very big thing. And it'd be interesting to see how these other parties and what they decide to do. It's very important. The party in my area is Great Yarmouth First, which was formerly Reform Vote before they kicked low. Yeah, and apparently they're very, very popular in that area. Like Great Yarmouth, going on holiday a few times, and I love that place. It's absolutely brilliant. I was Labour until Corbyn got in when he said scrapping the armed forces, a veteran. Well, yeah, absolutely. There was something I could never forgive and never vote Labour again. Well said. Why do they call the reason why they call green voters? Because yeah, absolutely. And just a quick message on the Greens. I have got a video coming out about Zach Polanski, which I've done a little piece on. But vote Green, you get Islam. It's that simple. The Green Party won a by-election, and they won because the population is 63% Muslim, and that's how they won. Could I ask about your school collection in your shop beyond? They look awesome. Yeah, you certainly can. I've got a few. I've started collecting them. I usually find them when I'm away on holiday in this country. If I find a skull, I get one. But as I said, I've got a few. There's a couple of little ones down there as well. It's just a thing I like to collect. It's one of the new things I like to collect. I like collecting stuff in general. But yeah, thank you. They are. I like them little skulls. They look good. Hopefully, several smaller right-wing parties will feel covered. That's what we can hope for. That would be absolutely awesome. I think that's why quite a lot of the smaller ones have gone a bit quiet recently. Hiya, Chris. How you doing? You all right, mate? I hope everything's okay with you. In this video you did about Zappa, is it about him hypnotising titties? I left that out because, yeah, I didn't think that was, yeah. I think he's nutty enough. I mean, has anyone seen his, the Green Party's party political broadcast when he was sitting in a lounge, which some people say is the 1980s. No, it's about a 1950s lounge, because apparently he seems to think that's how people live now. It's absolutely mental. Yep, the Greens have been completely infiltrated by Alan's snack bar, and they're using them as useful idiots, unfortunately. Awesome. Thank you. Yep, 66 people watching. Yeah, please like, share, if not, subscribe. And if you do, ding the bell and select it to all, so YouTube can ignore it and tell you when I've almost finished my live streams, which I guarantee you somebody near the end of the live stream will come on and say. So that would be awesome. And to do Star Trek, it's worse than that. Star Jim, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the policewoman who basically put the Muslims in a place, I would imagine that she will be dragged up in front of her senior officers and told to go on a re-education thing, because that's not what they're supposed to do. What a wonderful policewoman. And policewomen like that, when you see policewomen like that, or any police officer like that, and they do that, it restores your faith that not all of them are massive knobheads. But she did a great job. But you know that she's going to get into trouble for that. She really is. You guarantee she's going to get into trouble for that. Shh. No one knows until now. You like some candy? You should see my collection of spines. Only joking. Hello, Carol. Good evening. How are you? Hope for you. Thanks very much for joining. Hope everything's okay at your end. So, schools are an X-ray version of a passport photo. Well, they are indeed. Get to the chopper. Do it now. Yeah, that's my one Arnold Schwarzenegger bit. There is no bathroom. So, but any case, for those who are new here, this is how the streams go. They're supposed to be a little bit serious about the politics, but have a tendency to go off on really wild streams. Biscuits, chocolates, sweets, everything like that. But it's all part of it, because remember, not only are these streams here for me to talk to you, but they're also there for you to use the chat to talk to each other, which I think is a great way of doing it. And we like to mix it up. I think the police are stuck in the middle, damned if they do, damned if they don't. The police are stuck because their senior leadership are infected and infested, and they pass down really shitty things to officers down below. Hi, PD. How you doing? How you doing? Well, it's true. Pet CT scanning. Yeah, it absolutely is. Anything's better than Star Trek's Starfleet Academy. It is awful. You have a collection of spine. Did you get them from our politicians? No. They never had them to start with, did they? Let's be brutally honest. That's a pretty good rendition of Arnie. Well, I could do a few words on Arnie. It actually comes from a stream I did years ago, and someone said to do it, and I just went, do it now. And, use your intuition. It's just, I do a few little things like that, but thanks in any case. Much appreciated. Yeah, good evening to everybody. Anyone else who's here? There's now 74 of you watching this stream. Thank you very much for joining me, even if it is only for a short while. It's much appreciated that you spent even a few minutes of a highly packed, entertaining evening on the TV to come and watch me talk this. Yeah, thanks for that. It's absolutely awesome. Yeah, we do like this, especially when it was. Yeah. Well, the whole idea is it's here for all of you. It's not just a serious chat. It's a chat about whatever. It really doesn't matter. When the girl gets into the chopper, don't do it. No, there is no bathroom after you've got into that chopper. I don't want to hold my nose to vote for Farage too. I put Robertson's a decent guy. Thing is, hello, Clash, welcome. Nice to see you. All we can do is hope and pray. As we've got some rather noisy people running past the house today. A lot of young kids out today. Don't know why. Have you seen us? Hello, Robin. Have you seen in Australia, One Nation is doing pretty good against Labour? Well, Australia has its problems, but as long as they fight, that's all that matters. I collect Harry Potter, mostly Ravenclaw house versions. Awesome. DVD, Star Wars, Star Trek, you name it, I collect it. I've got boxes and boxes of it. I've had to, what used to be here was moved, and that's all had to go into storage as well. Got loads of Doctor Who and stuff like that, but you know me, I love my sci-fi. Did you see the police aggressively shoving the artifact? Yeah, I did, absolutely. I did notice that one of the Antifa, because they're so big and strong, attacked one of our patriots. He pushed back, and of course, that was the one the police arrested. Makes about sense, doesn't it? Cops, I think the Greens need drug testing. Well, they don't. They're going to want to get rid of free drugs for everyone. Yeah, because that'll help. That'll help a lot. Clash, Disparo, Starfleet Academy reviews are good stuff. They are. I also like Critical Drinker. I think he's absolutely brilliant. As from Heel versus Babyface. And many, many others. They're just absolutely brilliant. I'm trying to remember the one I really, really like and I'm friends with. I can't remember his name. PD will know who I mean. The Trigger Train. Oh, come on, what's his name? Remind me, please, PD. I can never remember. Hello, you being an expert, I understand your sense of humour. Yeah, exactly. I've got a weird sense of humour that not everybody go. Muppet Shirley, is my car going to be okay? Well, it depends on where you leave it, sir. Should be okay. Should be okay. That's it. Bolstrek. Hilarious. Rabbi, brilliant. The Space Book. Used to stream with all these people. They're absolutely brilliant people. But Bolstrek's just funny because he just loses his shit and it's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. The worst thing that could happen would be an early election before a straw already. I've actually done a video on that that's coming out on tomorrow, I think. I think I've got that one done for tomorrow. But yeah, that's what I worry. Oh, I've clicked on the wrong thing. What am I doing? You sound just like Arnie. Only in certain points. A Brummy Arnie, yeah, there. We've got lots of shouting outside. We have a hello, Dirk, welcome. We have a lot generation of lost young white working class boys aspirational to become criminals. They think about what they actually, absolutely. And can you hear that outside? Let me just go. I'm just going to flick to my CCTV because let's have a look at these idiots. Oh, yeah. Got people acting like complete knobheads outside. Must be a kid's party or something. I don't know what they're doing. Oh, there's a fight. Yeah, there's a fight. Excellent. No, I haven't got a hotel. This is just a bunch of young kids who 'cause I'm just watching on the CCTV because they're taking pictures. There's a fight going. There must be about 20 of them, all being idiots. Yeah, neurotic. Oh, awesome, absolutely brilliant. But careful not. Bolshevik is still was on dance channel. Excellent. He's funny. Great. Here we go. Yep, excellent. Yeah, in a Brummie accent. Yeah, I'm all right. Get to the shop in my old car. It's great, isn't it? Right then, let's yeah, there's definitely there's a lot, they're all in the road, there's a fight going on. People are it's just stupid. I call the police, but they're not they're not interested. Asmongold, well, absolutely brilliant. Asmongold is awesome. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah, it's Solihull, the West Midlands, exactly where I am. So interesting to watch people trying to beat the shit out of each other right outside my house. Absolutely awesome. My Oxford is run by the Greens and Labour. Absolute shit. Well, that doesn't surprise. Right. So I am a bit concerned about what's going on. There's a lot of kids running around outside. I'm just waiting for one of them to be lying in a pool of blood. Because that's the kind of shit that happens. Idiots. But then again, there's nothing else that they can do. That's just you can hear it outside probably. I do apologise. I do apologise. Well, you see, the thing is, I could say there's a fight outside and someone's been stabbed and they may turn up, or I could say I'm criticising the Starmer government and they'd probably be here in about, well, 3 minutes. Just stupid people. Kids, man. Idiots. But you're right, they wouldn't turn up. Right, they seem to have wandered off now, so I can still hear them, but they're not anywhere near my house, so I'm going to come off that if my monitor is going to play games, and it is going to play games, people running. These are the sort of situations where I half expect people to get stabbed. That's my worry. Well, they've gone away for a bit, so in any case, let's get back to what we were doing. Well, I'm trying not to watch people die outside. Hello, I would like to point out everybody, could you please look into Dr. J. Smith? He talks about new grammar ideology. There you go. Why is this generation of kids so feral? Because they've been told that they're the best thing in sliced bread. And we also have a generation, sadly, of parents who don't seem to give a shit. My kid wouldn't be out doing that, I guarantee you that. And that's the problem. We have a generation of kids who don't care. Parents who don't care. And kids who've been told that them and their feelings are more important than anything else. That's their overriding thing, and it's sad. I mean, I'm just watching them trying to fight each other. There's been a big punch up, and the problem is you see that you worry because you imagine straight away it's a stabbing. It's not, by the looks of it. Well, this is it, Archie. We all know that if I said that, they'd be here tomorrow. Well, not even tomorrow. They'll probably be here now. It's just ridiculous. I suppose it beats paying for a TV license. Well, yeah. While I'm on it, did anyone watch Silent Witness on the BBC where it talk about arse licking? Oh, unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. I was on the phone to my internet provider yesterday. The girl was speaking had a black country accent because I find the accent so beautiful. I was making up phantom problems to hear her speak. I understand that. Be right back. Coffee has evaporated. Strange. Strange when he does that, isn't it? Really is. You need to get that sorted. No discipline. There is no discipline. Again, this is another reason why society fails, is we've got rid of discipline. We're not allowed to discipline anyone. We're not allowed to teach kids at an early age that actions have consequences. And if you don't teach them that, the first person who will probably tell them they're doing something wrong will be a police officer. And it shouldn't be like that. They should be, discipline comes from the home. My children wouldn't do that. None of my children would be doing what they were doing outside there right now. None of them. I guarantee you that, because they're brought up properly. Stop playing Google, yeah, something like that. I was young in the late 80s, nobody carried on. No, well, different times, unfortunately. Those are also the times that 9 times out of 10, if you're involved in a fight and somebody got knocked down, that was the end of the fight. Now, everybody jumps in and kicks your head in. It's just absolutely mad, the world that we live in right now. And yet people can't seem an issue. And people won't tackle the issues. Why are kids like they are? Well, look at your schools. Look at the generation of parents that are bringing kids up now. Just, this is, again, Restore Britain. We need to roll it back. We need to bring these things back. I said in Ghostbusters, there is no discipline, only mob rule. There is no Dana, only Zool. Yeah, exactly. Death in Paradise. Yeah, well, I don't watch Death in Paradise anymore because they ruined Death in Paradise. And if you're wondering, if you've never watched Death in Paradise, it's set in a fictitious Jamaican island where a white police officer goes and works with the black police officers. So it's a white person out of their comfort zone and learning to integrate into another culture. But now they've just made it a black copy, and it just doesn't work anymore because let's ruin everything. Absolutely unbelievable. My parents would have my head was doing, yep, same here. They do that now. They know never to do anything. I'm out of Brixton. Always been, yep. It's mad. I was always a fist for fighting, fit for football. Absolutely agree. Yep, this is the issue. This is part of the issue that needs to be addressed, but it won't be. It just won't be because it's too much like hard work. Do you think the British will be a minority in country? Hello, Anton. Yeah. If we don't do something now, it's going to be over. I mean, David Starkey interviewed Rupert Lowe, and they're all going, "Oh, Rupert Lowe said he'd be off if he lost." Well, a lot of people would be, because if we don't get it right this time, there isn't going to be a next time because it'll be over. It's literally that critical. That critical. And the question is, we will be. There is, without a doubt, it will be over. No matter where I was, naughty my mum would. Exactly. Oh yeah, absolutely brilliant. It's all changed. Hello, Neil. We need to deport all non-white people. I get where you're coming from, but also not really, because there are a lot of people who contribute. The whole idea of Restore was saying, if you aren't in a position to contribute to this country, then you shouldn't stay here because you're of no benefit to us. And I absolutely agree with that. I will say no to this, to get rid of all non-white people, because there are a lot of good people who are of a different skin colour, and I don't want to see people make it racist. That's making it racist. It's not racist. It's common sense. If you can't speak English, you shouldn't be here, whether you are brown or whether you are white. It's that simple. It is the way it is, and that's how it should be. That's how it should be. Fascist, racist, xenophobe, all these things are terms that are just thrown away because it's a way of shutting people or trying to shut people down. But it's got to a stage that they've overused it so much that it makes no difference. We don't care anymore. You can call us what you want. We don't care. Just do not care. Exactly. Colour isn't the problem. It never is. It's the people, not the colour. I've never seen colour. I see it. My thing is, I don't care about your race, your religion, your sexuality, who you want to pretend to be today. I don't care about any of that. All I care about is whether or not you're being a twat, and I judge you on that. And that's how it should be. That's how it should be. We should judge people for their merit. That's what Martin Luther King said when he had I have a dream speech. I have a dream when people are judged on who they are, not by the colour of their skin, because that's important. Good people are good people, irrespective of this on our face. It's irrelevant, absolutely irrelevant. Okay? I understand where people come from, but that isn't the answer. That genuinely isn't the answer. Again, correct. It's not colour, it's culture that's the problem. The inability to and the absolute stubbornness not to integrate. IQ is also a problem. Totally agree, Ben, and welcome. Totally agree. They're going to make Rupert pay for what some people say. Well, only the idiots will do that, because that's not what Rupert's saying. And you can't hold one person responsible for the actions of somebody else who has a different viewpoint. You can't. These people, all of these people, Conservative, Labour, Liberal, Democrats, Green, Restore Britain, Reform, all these people create parties, and you can't have the leader of that party responsible for an idiot. You just can't. You know, if you work in a factory, it's not your fault that the idiot tried to kill himself on a machine, is it? Let's be honest. It's weaponized. That's the problem. It's always weaponized. Always. No, it's not colour blindness that's got us in this mess. It's a house full of 639 people whose interests are not the British people, but what they can do to us. They're the problem. Don't worry about those. Forget all about the colours and this, that and the other. Your big problem is 639 people who sit in the Houses of Parliament and work for businesses and money and paedophile organisations. They're the issue, because without them enabling this wouldn't happen. You know, you have to be. I get what people. Look, honestly, I understand what you're trying to say. I do genuinely understand what I say, but I will respectfully disagree with you. But that's what we're here for. This is what the chat's for. As long as you're respectful, we should have the ability for people to make these points and these to be challenged and discussed over. Always the best way. The content of man's character is a good way to judge people, which for some unknown reason we don't do with our politicians, and we keep voting them in. And they're the people who are screwing us over. As Rupert quite rightly said, the state has become the enemy of the people. It's them up there that's the problem. Okay? We need to get rid of them up there first, and then we can start sorting out the problems. I always use the racial action. Exactly. Absolutely. 100%. 100%. Current situation, I'm glad my girlfriend and younger kids staying with their parents. As much as it is, if you have the opportunity and the ability to leave, get away from this, then do so. For your own safety. Not all of us can do it. Not all of us can do it, unfortunately. But as long as they're safe. Agree, Galloway. Islam is no place in this country. Black, Arab, yellow, doesn't matter. Islam is the problem because they want to impose their ideals upon us. 100% correct. 100% correct. Latest so-called insult is ethno-nationalism. But aren't all countries supposed to be? Well, Japan compares about Japan. Look what's happening in Japan right now. Japan for the Japanese, but they're not called ethno-nationalists. Ethno-nationalists. Medilad, is it a lefty or a righty channel? Ha! You know what it is? It's somewhere where people can come and chat and people aren't judged. Only, as I said, if you're a twat or not. People sometimes say, well, in reality, it's a righty channel, I suppose. I hate tags and I hate things like that. But it is what it is. Chinese integrate most peacefully as Serbia since 1990. Never had a problem. Absolutely. But the thing is, we've had a Chinese quarter here in Birmingham for years. Never a problem. Never a problem. Never ever a problem. My hair in English 99% white and it's lovely, no crime. Come live in Bridge. Come pop up here, Neil. Have a look. It's not fun up here, I'll tell you that. Do you blame me for not believing anyone at this stage? Its actions are again, Frankie, completely agree. I understand we have got to a stage where we've heard all this shit before, haven't we? We've heard lots of things before. We need to see actual actions. See, we've had for 40 years people promising us the earth and not delivering anything. But the thing is, we don't learn from that. We keep voting the idiots in. We need to change. We need to change. We need a change. I've only been if it's definitely not right wing. Well, hello, board David boy. Well, then that's good, isn't it? What I want is somewhere where people can discuss. Yeah, not be silly, not act like twats, just discuss. I mean, we've got 83 people on here. Correct. Absolutely correct. Yeah, we go. We call it the stream died then for a minute, and I don't know why. Sorry about that. I've stopped. No, it's come back now. I don't know what happened then. Got a bit of a signal issue at the moment. I do apologise. So, yep, that's true. We used to have left, right, centre. You can't be centre anymore. You have to be one or the other. We have to be in one group or another, and there's our basis of our issues. That's what causes the problem. It's just unbelievable. No, you didn't. It's just a new. You see, you have it again. This is another thing. You have a tendency to say, "Oh, it's right. We're not interested," and blah 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 blah. The only way this country, in fact, anything in the world is going to get solved is if everybody stops being in one camp or another camp and just have a chat and talk stuff through. And if we talk through stuff, we might be able to sort some shit. If we sort some shit, we might solve some problems, and then we wouldn't have all this crap, would we? We all come together and realise that it's the 639 people above us who are the problem. As Rupert quite rightly said, the state has become the enemy of the people. That's what we need to focus on. Clash, Rupert's R gang inquiry sealed it for me. People with our graft actually leave it extra. Thank you very much for that. And yes, apparently it was when Rupert was doing the rape gang thing, he realised he had to do something. He really did. Yeah, we froze for a bit. Had a bit of a glitch. You'll have to bear with me on a brand new internet connection, on a brand new internet server now. So still having a few teething issues. Spot on. They're not leaders. They're takers. They're only interested in themselves. It's as simple as that. If we need, the thing is, the left don't want to debate. Absolutely, this is the problem. You see, the thing is, we have to, as the great speech the doctor once said, sooner or later, everybody's going to realise what they should have done in the first place and sit down and talk. Instead of shooting, not me mic then, instead of shooting at each other. It's just ridiculous. It really is. Rupert was only saying that people coming over are not willing to integrate. Exactly. I mean, look, the thing is, what really, really strikes me is what he's saying. Why is that wrong? Why is any of what he said wrong? It's if someone comes here and they can't speak English and they don't want to learn to speak English, what use are they? It's as simple as that. You can tell democracy if the leaders are not scared. It's absolutely right. Absolutely right. Pendragon, welcome, and yes, I absolutely massively agree. But they're terrified. Let's be honest. They're just terrified. Excellent. Well done. I see my mods are doing an absolutely fantastic job. Well done, gentlemen and ladies, and that. Well done. Thank you for keeping the chat as clear as it is. It's a shame that when you do a stream like this, people have to jump on. I mean, we've got 78 in the chat right now. Thank you very much for spending some time with me. It's much appreciated. Got them to 81 now. Welcome, those of you, even if it's for a few seconds, who've took their time to not watch the amazing and interesting and exciting TV that's currently on a Saturday night. Yeah. Great channel, Gobster. I'll try and get on more lives. When do you usually go live? Well, you see, Galloway. First, thank you very much. Secondly, when I get the chance, unfortunately, I have to fit it in with a lot of other things that I do. Now, I am looking, hopefully, next week, Monday, Thursday, and Friday at the moment, provisionally. And they'll always be at 9 o'clock, and they're usually for about an hour. So I'm hopefully, I will firm it up. It's always in the chat in my posts. I try and firm it up. But usually I don't have a set thing. Unfortunately, it's I'm too busy doing other things as well as, Keats, etc. But thank you very much. Oh, I know it does. I've been on many other streams. I used to do it for like sci-fi stuff, and we used to get some right idiots. It's just, it is what it is. It is what it is. People, see, the thing is, like we had a couple of people on here who decided that they wanted to put their, and to be fair, frankly, racist point of view out by saying we should get rid of all non-whites. Not here for that. I'm not here for that. It's not, if that's that there saying get rid of all non-whites, I'm afraid to say it is a racist comment. Okay, because there are decent human beings no matter the skin colour. It's just a shame. It's just a shame. Excuse me, let me have a drink. Hello, down the lineup. I say go back to original British, English, Welsh, Scottish, Irish format and see where the waters lie. Base migration on merit, or we're fucked. Absolutely, it's that simple. Genuinely, it is literally that simple. And that's how Rupert puts it. That's how Restore put it. It's absolutely a belief. I've subscribed first time since. Well, welcome on board, Dave. Board Dave boy. I always try to keep it, I suppose, central. Even though I know that's not allowed nowadays. But that's what we need. We need sense and common sense. I am over 50-year-old Brummie sitting in his garden brick house, which used to be a coal house. That's how old the house is. And out in the car or whatever. Just trying to give you my point of view. I don't expect people to agree with me. If you don't agree with me, that's absolutely fine. It's just my opinion. That's all it is. And I try and keep it as grounded as possible. It's literally, and that's how it should be. It's how it used to be. What the hell happened to us all? Really, on British culture is the richest culture of the planet. Absolutely correct. 100%. Can't disagree with that at all. Hello, Stel. Love the Peaky Blinders. Well, you're welcome. Well, you have to. I live in Birmingham. I mean, come on. It has to be one of these or not. I didn't know they had a popper on. I didn't know you can actually, for some reason, you could do that. Oh, it does that. Hello, Paz. Welcome, sir. How you doing? I've now screwed my hats up. Look, I've got hair. I'm not bald. How it should be. Short and tight. But yeah, so thank you. You're welcome. Good evening, Paz. Hope you're doing well, my mucker. Hope things are good on your end. Excellent videos as always for the last couple of weeks, mate. Enjoyed every single one of them. And if any of you new people are here and you've never gone to Paz's channel, you need to go to Paz's channel. Go now. Do it now. Brilliant channel, awesome bloke. You know the other thing about Paz is not only he does great content, he really does. He also supports other YouTube channels like mine and people who talk like we do, and that is, it's amazing, absolutely amazing. He's a great bloke. He really genuinely is. Yeah, he did, didn't he? That's exactly what it looks like, doesn't it? Does look like a German sniper helmet. Achtung, Schanagen! Oh, I shouldn't do that. Oh no, I'm getting so into trouble there. There you go. Just in case you didn't, if you didn't know where it was, get over there. I'm having problems. I think they may have found me out. Oh dear. Oh, we're coming back now. Right. Sorry about that. I don't know what's going on. I'll just put a message and let you all know. Perhaps they know where I am. Perhaps they, perhaps this stream's going on a bit too carefully for them, and they don't like what's being said. No, it's froze again. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Who called Rupert a Nazi? Oh, wasn't that Layla Cunningham? Yeah, neo-Nazi, should we say? Oh, and anyone else who's left, the left Waffa member, definitely they're going to call him that. It's just ridiculous. It's so sad that, especially people who are on the reform side who have been called racist and xenophobes and they've not liked it. Now, all of a sudden, when Rupert opens his party, all of a sudden, we're racist. It's just unbelievable. Achtung, Alarm, schnell, connection issue again. Yeah, I don't know why. As I said, I've got a new internet service provider, much better internet connection. You'd think, but it's the first time it's froze. But then again, these things can happen, I guess. Yeah, I'm all back. Well, if you got cider, you're all good. Yes, I do. Prize. Welcome back. Sorry, why does it? Hello, John. Can you talk about restore policies, please? I want to learn more. Yes. What I'm going to do is I'm reading them myself, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a series of videos talking about them on the channel, if that helps. Because there's a lot of things to get through, and I'm going to go through them and then bring them out here so we can talk about it like that. It's absolutely brilliant. You need to escape tunnel in your outhouse. Problem is, it's a very, very thick concrete bottom. Could take me a while, but why not? Let's what's his name now? Oh, Colin Furs. Should I do a Colin Furs and dig down and have a tunnel there and out to me drive and stuff? Absolutely brilliant. Dirk, I've been saying that for months now, as many of us have. It's just unbelievable. What is that? Yeah. I love being called a racist. It just reminds me of an Englishman. Yeah, but it's just you've took the power of that word away. Yeah, it means something. It means something. It's specifically designed for something. But not anymore. Now it's you're a racist, you're a Nazi, so shut up. That it doesn't work anymore. And as Rupert said, and we should all say now, don't care. You call me what you want to call me. I'll never give a shit any case about any of that, but there you go. Yeah, it's probably the Chinese hacking into me under that. Yeah, the mega embassy. That's a absolutely awesome piece of idea, that is. Yes, let the Chinese build on top of our Maber fibre. What could possibly go wrong? Vorsprung durch Technik. It's just unbelievable. Colin Thursday, Gobby, absolutely. Yeah, I could just see Mrs. G going for that. So I love them. Just going to dig a tunnel. Yeah, she'd go for that. Colin Thursday's awesome. The guy is a lunatic, and I absolutely love him because he's got such a good brain. Such a good brain. Oh, and infinitesimally large amounts of money because none of us could afford to. That is brilliant. It's pathetic calling Rupert a Nazi, bloody sick of ties. They've got nothing else. That's all they've got. That's all they've got. Iron Maiden fan? You bet I am. Absolutely. Made in England. Yep. Yeah, it is boring when people call it. It's yawnful. It really is. I know, Gubby, they've colonised the word and now it's meaningless. Sad, really, because it should mean what it meant. I mean, we've had a couple of racists on here tonight. That's what racist means. But not anymore. Not anymore. Very clever people when not understanding someone's thumb and believing leaders. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Brumming an air raid shelter. Yam can't get any better than that, mate. Probably wouldn't use the air raid shelters, stupid Germans. German with Gobster Stream. Only German you need is Hande hoch. Ja, nou is die Achtung, Spitfiren. Links, rechts. Ein Groschen Bier, bitteschön. That's pretty much my German. Oh, Paz is brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. I love the guy. He's brilliant. Absolutely. One day, we may get to actually share a beer together. That would be nice. It would be nice to have it so we could all share beers to each other, but we're all over the place. And some people it's a long flight from Australia and places like that. I'm a fan of Move and the Wizard. I'm 41. There's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. At 67, my kids are mixed race. One's 42, one's 34. Where do I stand in all this? Not college. Yeah, no, exactly. Look, it's only the Israelis. Jeanette, there isn't a problem. There isn't a problem. There shouldn't be a problem. It's the character of the person, not the skin colour. It's that simple. It's that simple. Restore millions. Yeah, well, the thing is, we need to do something. Now, what he's saying, if millions go, millions go. But he says, if millions have to go, then millions go. He's not saying millions will definitely go and we'll make millions go. That's not what he said. People are hearing things and adding their own things. If anyone wants to laugh, check out the best comedian in the world, Ben Backus. There you go. What's his name? Lawrence. That's what. I just think he was funny. I do like it when a comedian calls me autistic. It's really nice because my grandson is non-verbal autistic. So really pisses me off, that does. Not Martin Lawrence, that's a black actor. Oh, whatever his name is. Somebody will remind me in the chat. You don't need to apologise. I'm not really apologising. I just put things as they are. Well, that wouldn't be... You don't need to research it. We already know that's what it's for. We already know. For your savoir is over. Half English, good to go. People are misunderstanding what's said, which is what I'll go through. What you hear is... You hear what's being said, and what you do is instead of listen, a lot of people do this. I do it as well. I listen and I add what I think. I add to it what I think I heard someone say, and then when I stop, and it's why I always do it with everything I do. I go back and listen to it a couple of times until I realise what's actually being said, because we're human. Not sure this channel for me, as I haven't heard any policy discussion, just talk about Natalie's beers. When does his health policy, it's important to me. John, I've explained to you that I haven't read all of it at the moment. So when I get a chance to do it, I will discuss it. We haven't heard any policy discussions because we discuss things that are going on in and around these things, but we also have a chat amongst ourselves and have a bit of a laugh and a joke, because the world's serious enough as it is, and I don't need to be sitting here. I could do that in my videos, which I normally sit down and do and record. Live streams, a different kettle of fish. Live streams is for everybody to have a laugh, a joke, a chat, a discussion while we talk about other things. I do not work for Restore Britain. I do not know every single one of their policies verbatim. I don't know it all. So therefore, I'm not going to say anything if I don't understand it or know, because that would be irresponsible of me. It's that simple. You live in London, Rich. You consider yourself being prayed for. It's not it's that bad up here in Brum, trust me. I mean, complaints starting in Northern Irish drinks research development. Why not? It sounds like a very valid thing to do. Feels like it, doesn't it, Denzel? Feels like it. What balance of times of the 50s back even before my time? What we really need. Have you joined them, Gobster? As I said, when I did my thing, as soon as I get paid, then I'll be joining. Someone kindly donated to the channel, but I haven't had the donation money, but I will be. As soon as I get paid, that it's already marked. So yes, I will be joining the Restore Party. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm an advance queue. We have the same mission statement. Hopefully, fingers crossed, the two boys at the top can sort stuff out. Yeah, genuinely, I hope they do. But we have the same message, and even though I will vote for Restore, you know, you are brothers in arms. We all are the same. We all want the same thing. I don't understand it. You see, this is what I don't get with reform. This is what they want, and now someone's going to give it to them. We're Nazis and racists and xenophobes. Don't get it. Gotta be a sore in Aldi at cans of beef jerky. Never seen the shots before. Oh yeah, I have. My son, big gym dude, eats it all the time. Protein, apparently, whatever. I don't know. Brilliant, Gobby. Love this channel. Thank you very much. I'm glad you do, Galloway Rider. Welcome, and thank you for such kind words. Richard Inman was out of order, going right. Disappointing. Now, I understand Richard Inman because he's very pro-advance. I don't think there was any need for. I mean, he apparently apologised a few days later. Well, the whole idea is to do what I do, which is I don't usually react. I stop, I think, before I say anything, because sometimes if you say something, it's no. It was just, it was silly, and it didn't help. It didn't help. Yeah, exactly. We do need to unite, but unfortunately, when you see things like what Richard did, it makes it really, really hard to do so. Agreed. It isn't about colour. You see, if somebody brings colour into it, you're missing the point. It is about culture. It's okay to be English, Scottish, Welsh, Irish, and British if you support this country, irrespective of skin colour. Hello, Crumbrium Mackham. Apparently, there was quite a good turnout. It got a bit leery, apparently. I'm waiting for some more information to come through, but it looked like a good turnout for that march. Zionist. Okay. Don't know about you, but I'm getting sick of people taking. Yeah. So, well, yes. It's just ridiculous. Too much stuff. I've agreed. I've followed as you. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Martin. Much appreciated. Yeah, he was pro UKIP. Then he moved to Advance, and then now he's really annoyed and angry for no reason. They never were, Dirk. I think it was a fair few months ago. Go back on and check. You'll actually be saying, I talk about GB News being controlled opposition, about them being the mainstream media. Of course they're not. Never were. Exactly. Exactly. That's exactly what it's for. Think before you speak, not when you're angry. And my old man told me. That's what my old man told me, which is why I try not to. And if I can feel myself getting angry, I walk away and come back when my brain's clear. You know, it's less. Yep, exactly. Masks slipped on new media. They're showing exactly go over the edge. I mean, I have done another video about Alex Phillips. That woman needs to flipping walk away from the TV for a bit and sit down and have a long hard think, because she's literally having a nervous breakdown live on air. Again, another one who shows the example of, I want this, I don't want immigrants, I don't want this, I don't want that, I don't want this, restore Britain so we'll get rid of them. No, you can't do that. Make your mind up. Make your mind up. Yes, we are, but we also have the ability to get out of it. I agree we are in trouble. We talked about it a long time ago. Long time ago. Hello, Salico. Sorry, mate. It's all right, mate. No worries. We'll be actually probably looking at knocking it on the head in a bit because it's been over an hour, but we've had such a good chat. A lot of people in the chat today. Hello, Robert Payne. People calling another Zionists if the Jewish people deserve to live in this struggle is wrong. See what I mean? Wouldn't that be ethno-nationalist? Just saying. It's just madness. Absolute madness. I was just watching a Star Trek retrospective. I hope you enjoyed it, sir. Ofcom should be disbanded. Well, again, Ofcom created by Tony Blair. So taking power away from the government. It's Quango, innit? What do you expect? I was trying to catch up with the chat. Yes, a wait to see is also in action. Correct. It is. She's just losing the plot. She really is. I know. Yeah, well, she's a hypocrite, absolutely. But I'm not being sort of facetious or stupid here, but I am really worried about that girl's mental health. She really does. I mean, we all know, not only she's pet cheerleader, rumours have it that she's been a lot more than that. But she needs to calm down. I am really genuinely concerned for her. It's if a comment is honest, you should have no fear of being timed out. Correct. The thing is, it's a shame. It really is a shame because I don't get it. As I said, on Friday the 13th of February 2026, Alex developed amnesia and forgot everything she said before. Just unbelievable. If you go to, well, yeah, you've got to be careful. You've got to be careful because as much as I understand that people need to get comments out there and they want to say their piece, you also have to understand that I work in a situation with YouTube. Yeah, YouTube can nuke my channel and will do at any excuse. Okay, don't get silly in the chat. Think about what you're going to say and be careful what you type. I've got very good mods in here who do a very, very good job. And they're protecting not only you, but they're protecting my channel. Remember, this is on my channel. So if anything comes back, I lose my channel. And I don't want to lose my channel. I really don't, because I've worked hard to get to where I am now, and I don't want to lose it. Good evening, God. See anyone live streaming also later over. Don't worry, Monty Mop. As I said, I will be knocking it on the head very shortly. We've had an amazing viewing figures today. We're up to 95 viewers at the moment, which is absolutely awesome. And thank you for every single one of you who's took some of your precious time on a Saturday evening to come and listen to the chat. I know some of you have wanted something else and I haven't been able to give it to you. That's not what this is about. Well, exactly. They do and they don't, to be fair. They do and they don't. Busy day at work. You don't need to apologise, bro. You know you don't. You know, everybody's busy. Everybody's got lives. You know when you've been quangoed. Absolutely, Robert. Absolutely. At the risk of shilling on a stream talking about Babylon 5 and Saturday nights, you're not shilling, mate. If that's what you want to do, that's again, I keep saying, not only is it here for what we do and what we discuss, it's also here for you lot as well. It's a meeting place for you lot to come and have a chat. Okay? You're not shilling, feel free. Absolutely feel free. That's right, there you go. I look at it as a sort of pub where we meet people and discuss different things. Exactly. I'll talk about what I want to talk about, but I like to join in and watch you. You lot have been absolutely brilliant. Why would they nuke your channel? Look at my content. Look how many other people have had it. Trust me, people have it happen. They really do. I think he's lost a lot of subscribers. Yep, but that's exactly what they are. I've been saying that for months and months and months, and took the abuse for it, to be fair. But, you know, sometimes you have to do what you have to do. I come across Alex Phillips quite recently. The first I liked, but she's gone off the deep end, bro. She's gone off the deep end. I like being around like-minded people. We're back again for some more wholesome content. Thank you so much for stopping by. Martin, all right, nice one, mate. You look after yourself. Have a good one. Good night. Exactly. Reform of what tried to imprison someone expressing their opinion. What would they do with the game power? Another valid point. Just, you know, some of those will be blatantly racist. Look. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Don't have your comment end up in a CEO screen line. Yeah, exactly. That's always possible. Again, remember that just because you're typing it here, this could get somewhere else. You have to be careful. You really have to be careful. There you go. Just put up Colin Archer's channel. If you're interested in Babylon 5, good plot. Yeah, there we go. About the media disinformation. Project Davos did it for me. For me, as I've said before, when I went to the original, very first big conference at the NAC in Birmingham, when Zia Youssef was rolled out, that's when I knew there was a problem. Would you consider becoming a Restore MP for your region? Gobso Root is looking for patrons joining. I'm thinking. That's about as far as I'll say. I'm thinking. I got here at the end, pretty much. Let me guess, you didn't get a notification. Hello, Tom. Hello, you all right, mate? Another great show. See you soon. Give Watling Boy a sub. Consider it done. Right then. I think it's time to bring it to a close, okay? Why do people need to be careful? Because what you say on here can be used and will be used by people maybe to ruin your job, maybe get you into trouble. And they also have to be careful here because unlike everybody in the chat, the only person's face who's on display at the moment is me. And it's on my channel. So that's why people need to be careful. We are living in the United Kingdom, remember. Thousands of people get arrested. So that's why we need to be careful. That's why we need to be careful. Yep, absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Vote for Restore, vote for Low, vote for Democracy. Agreed. Right then, as we've now gone 16 minutes over, I usually only go for an hour, but you were absolutely brilliant, all of you. So let's bring it to a close. I'm closing down now. At one peak, we had over 100 people watching. Currently, at this moment, we've got 87. It'll start to drop now, obviously, because I'm going to start my good nights and God blesses, etc., etc. Now, thank you for spending your time with me tonight. It's very much appreciated. You're all awesome. All of you who've been in the chat tonight have been brilliant. Even the people who, hold on a minute. No, we don't. That's an illusion. You've been brilliant. Even the silly people who come on and were stupid enough. You've been great. Absolutely awesome. Now, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you want. Ding the bell, select it all. If you want to listen to more, as I said, I'm hopefully going to be streaming Monday, Thursday, and Friday at 9 o'clock. As long as everything goes all right, but things can change. So I'm not a regular streamer. I do it when I can. Like pretty much like my videos, to be fair. When I can fit them in, when I can squeeze them in, when I could do it. You know? And that's what it is. But you lot have been brilliant. This chat has been absolutely awesome. Again, you're absolutely wonderful people. You genuinely are. Any case. Enough of that. I'm done. So, I shall look forward. Look after yourselves. Stay safe. Yeah. Thank you for everything. And I'll catch you in the next one.
That was mad. What a little ride. Thoughts of a brummy straight from my side. Hope you laughed. Hope you felt that glow. Sat at home like front row show. Thank you for watching the Gobster. You made this room feel louder, closer. If you had a great time, let me know. Hit like, share it on, help it grow. If you're watching the Gobster, join the crew, be part of the roster. If you enjoyed the madness tonight, click subscribe, keep that bell on bright. Hey! Chat going wild, names on the screen.